Hello, I'm Ken Sisk and welcome back to Wood, Stone, and Steel. Today's weekly edition has to do with a home and bank barn I recently visited in New Jersey. My friend Dave saw our latest timber frame video and he thought I would be interested in this property because it has a timber frame structure and also it has a stone structure. It is from the late 1700s. It was an old German farm. The gentleman who owns the property actually has multiple structures on the property. My friend Dave introduced me to Ken, the property owner. Same name, no relation. And he said, you know, Ken, this might be right up your alley because it's not only timber framing, there's some stone structures there as well. And he gave us a tour of the property. It was incredible. I was very pleasantly surprised. One of the things that I wanted him to address was with the stone homes, how did he pass the energy code? In today's environment of very strict regulations of energy conservation, insulation, I'm like, how the heck did he get around it? So you're gonna find out on the video how it actually works. So without any further ado, let's go to the video. So now that stone that's there,
Yeah.
you put that there?
No, that was original. We just chipped off all of the old,
So that's the front of the structure then?
that's the back of the structure. This would have been the front.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's the
Or depending on
exactly
how you
look
view
at it. Yeah, yeah.
But if you ever seen pictures of
so if you look there,
yeah,
there he goes.
yeah,
Yep.
that's the part of the original bank barn, the back wall of it, so to speak. They usually built the barn and the house conjunctively.
So
I'm going to say
1700s.
1789.
So the stone's definitely from this property.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. They plowed the field up and probably lived in a cabin.
What kind of stone? It looks light colored.
It's basically from the property, just a quartz granite mix, you
Okay.
know.
So it's a variated.
Yeah, it's a
rock.
variated rock,
Yeah.
yeah. I chipped off all the lime plaster from it.
Oh, there's
Everything.
plaster on it, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all smooth. Yeah, I've
yeah.
seen that before in barns. We have that. Yeah.
But I wanted to, you know, bring it back, so we chipped it all off with hammer drills and cleaned it up and power washed it and then repointed it.
It looks good.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So this is the original barn from here, pretty much there, and then they
Yeah,
added
from
this
this
section on.
from this column line right here, going that way is all original.
How many stories do you think it was here?
Just one story
two,
above.
And then the roof. We don't.
And it had one story above and then a loft.
Okay.
And I'll show you that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
It's
absolutely.
like,
My renter in one of the apartments is a friend of mine. During the Great Recession, he got burned for a lot of money.
yeah.
And he needed an apartment. He lost his home. And he's an Argentinian mason and he's 80 years old now.
Yeah.
And he's helped me do all the stonework on the property.
Love it. So is this stone from the property, or did you get that from around here?
That was from the same gentleman I bought.
Oh, that stone.
the barn
Okay,
from.
so this is a veneer too.
It is a veneer.
CMU, but it has a nice curve to the wall.
Yeah, we jazzed it up a little.
Yeah, I was to say. This,
So this, originally, when I bought the farm, I'm standing right where an old cedar tree was.
okay.
And I didn't have a flow for traffic,
Right.
so I said, well, let me do two things. Let me make a patio area for my tenants in the barn, so they have somewhere to cook out and hang out and get a view,
Yeah.
right? And also make a nice transition, you know, for the curve of the property.
I like it. Came out really nice. And the blue stone,
Limestone.
limestone.
Yeah.
That's from this area too.
That was, I
Pennsylvania?
templated it, and I bought that from Moore's Brick.
Did they
cut
chip it for you? Oh, they cut it for you. Oh, good.
They cut it in the radius and did the cleft edge.
That came out really nice.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's just these little enhancements to the property. Like, wow.
yeah.
Just, it elevates it, doesn't
It
it?
makes it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it really does. It really
Versus,
does. Yeah,
sorry, don't want to say that.
yeah, yeah.
Say man-made block.
Yeah, man-made block. It just doesn't go with this
It's
property.
got a great feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't go with this property.
Wow. That matched with the original barn. All right, so I see
Yes.
the peak of the roof there. So
Yeah.
that was probably these are the original barn?
Yes, that's peak of the original barn,
Okay.
and you'll see it when we go inside. That is the loft area to the hayloft.
Yeah, I saw a barn coming up the road here, and it had that little roof that came off further
Yeah.
this way. Was it probably the same setup
Yeah.
there? Gotcha. Let's take a look. All right, now wait a minute. There's probably a lot of viewers wondering, what the heck is a bank barn? Well, you know what? I did a little whiteboarding, so let's take a look. I'll tell you one thing. Bank barn has nothing to do with money, all right? So get that out of your head. What it is that they constructed a barn into the embankment of a hillside, okay? The barn is actually constructed into the slope of a hill. So right here we have the natural slope of the land. So the animals would be in this area of the bank barn, which is the ground level. And so in this area, in the summertime, it could be 100 degrees out here, but because the earth is put against the stone structure, which is the foundation element of the barn, the animals could actually be cooler, so they wouldn't be sweltering. And in the winter, pretty much the same thing. The earth is always a little bit warmer. Outside, it could be below freezing. They would bring the animals all the way back here, have hay, and so they would be able to survive the winter as well. The way they would construct this, they would have the foundation element here, half of it in kind of like your typical walkout basement that you have at homes. And so this side would always be in the earthen bound area, and this is where the animals would be, in this lower level. This is what a bank barn is. So Ken, the guy who's in our episode right now, actually has one of these. He turned it into a barn dominium in a way. So he took the bank barn itself and he put an addition on the one side. So you're gonna love to see what he did here. 12 times 7 would be 96 feet.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Yeah, so it's got to be about 100 feet long.
Yeah, it's about 100.
And the width is probably around 25?
25, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where they keep their implements, right? And then up here was the hay storage. And there is remnants of the old track. See the old track up at the ridge?
Yeah, what is
so
that?
You'd have a pulley, and the horse would come in here with a trailer of hay, and then you'd pull it up with a rope and a pulley, and then you'd stack the barn. And then you'd stack the whole barn.
Did not even know that existed.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I learned a lot so far in this little, it's a big building.
Yeah, it's a pretty big building. And then doors I'm building out of reclaimed pine from the house.
That is cool. So this is you taking the wood from the house.
Yeah. Taking the wood from the house.
Discarded.
This was the second floor ceiling joist.
Second floor ceiling joist, okay.
To the original stone farmhouse, and it's old growth fir.
Look at this. Now bring the camera over here.
Look,
you see these rings?
See how tight the growth rings are?
You know how old that tree had to be in order to establish that?
Oh,
over
crazy.
Over 200 years old.
Over 200 years.
In order to establish that type of...
You can't.
Dave, look at this.
You cannot
look how
buy
tight
wood.
those rings are versus what we get at the big box stores.
Yeah, you can't buy wood like this.
It's like quarter inch between each ring, and you can put your fingernail
not
on
even.
it.
Not even.
No, I'm saying the typical lumber. You get the sap. We have sapwood lumber, timber now. Yeah.
So this is remnants
is
of an
beautiful.
old cut nail running through.
Yeah, but you picked the right pieces to put it here.
Yeah. So this door will never warp.
Oh, you got the cut nail, yeah.
Yeah, this door will never warp.
Yeah.
You know, it'll stay like this for forever.
I mean, did you biscuit it?
Oh gosh, no, come on.
I'm just trying to figure out.
I'm a craftsman. There's a floating mortise and tenon in
There is, okay.
Oh yeah, there's a floating mortise and tenon. Or this was supposed to be, truthfully, this originally was supposed to be my hand tool bench room. And this was supposed
right from here.
Right from here. And this was supposed to be my machine room. So I could do my bench work and look out at the goats and the farm and you know.
That's a great tree.
Then my youngest son's like, Dad, I'm getting older. I want my own place. Could I fix up that room and we make it a little studio for me? So I said, for you, okay. So I wanted him out of the house anyway.
Yeah.
So we turned my bench room into a little studio.
This is nice.
So me and my wife live here now.
I got a view here outside this beautiful table.
So me and my wife live in a little studio right now while we're finishing up.
I like it. This is very nice.
So I kid around with everybody. I said, me and my wife didn't go to college, so this is our experience of living in a dorm. So,
all right. So again, you're seeing the exposed timbers
timber
down
frame
here.
Yep, and I kept everything.
You kept everything. All right. So you put a temp support here.
Yeah, I had to because that truss was failing. It was eaten by termites.
Oh, okay.
So it was either structural epoxy, repair everything, or just put a post on it. And at the time, I said, I'm just going to put a post on it right now to get it back straight, because I'll arrange my table saw and my joiner that way, and it works for the wood shop.
I see a little metal piece there.
That's original.
That's original.
That's original. Yeah, that's how this truss was built. Yeah.
But 1700s, they would have that type of metal with a bolt.
There's rods on these trusses. How these trusses are designed.
So threaded though.
Oh yeah, and it's threaded on there.
I never knew that.
Oh yeah.
That's the fun part. So this is the end of the original.
Yes. Got it. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, but they had bracing back
Oh
then?
yeah, knee braces were typical.
Yeah, there's your tapered peg coming
Yeah.
in here. They tapered it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any back out over time since you've been here, or?
No,
No.
no.
So that was another thing I realized between timber frame, which this is, versus post and beam construction,
Yeah.
where you would do screws.
Yeah.
So what happens is that, say if you were to screw in here with timber lock screws into there,
Yeah.
what happens is that the screws in, it's everything's tight, then the wood shrinks, and now you got a
Correct.
gap,
Correct.
and then this thing starts moving.
Yeah, no.
So the best way is to keep wood on wood, so everything swells together and shrinks together.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
that's a little bit more expensive.
Everything mortise and tenon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and it takes time. But
Oh, yeah.
man, it lasts.
Oh, it lasts forever. This door isn't like something you can buy in a store.
No.
You know, you can buy it from custom mill workshops, but this door will last
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
1,000 years
Exactly.
if you take care of it.
Yep.
Right?
Well, it's gonna be inside. It'll be a good.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll last forever. Take a look inside. I'm using it as storage right now. I got my Thermador refrigerator and freezer that's going to eventually go into the farmhouse. Cabinets that I scored off a job. I'm going to eventually repurpose them.
Yeah.
They were given to me. So
Well, you're in the right industry to get all this to happen.
yeah, I mean, the cottage, believe it or not, that's a cultured stone on the cottage.
Okay.
And it was left over on the job, and he goes, Kenny, if you want these boxes of stone, get them the heck out of here, or I'm going to throw them in the dumpster. I said, sure, no problem, I'll be there tonight. Left over, no problem.
That is a good score.
Yeah, so I got,
Yeah, this would be a great wood shop.
yeah. So this is eventually where my wood shop's going to move to. I'm going to put a spray booth there, and then I'm going to put my home office right here.
Did you cat it up already?
Oh yeah, it's already catted. Oh yeah.
I love that.
Oh, it's already catted. So it gets I'm making, well, we do glass in storefront, so I'll just stay late at night in the shop, but I'm gonna make between this column line and this column line, a gigantic window.
To let the light in.
to
Yeah,
let
that's
the light
facing
in.
south.
And then over here, I'm gonna open it up to a 16-foot garage door, so then I can forklift in full drafts of plywood. So this will be a full functioning production shop if I ever get my dream, right?
Well, keep pursuing it. It'll happen.
Yeah, I keep doing it.
Don't give up,
yeah,
right?
I don't give up. Never ring the bell, Navy, bud. I never ring it.
Of course, I've never seen the shed roof steel building with this member here, but that is the biggest bending moment section, so it's got
Yeah.
to be the beefiest, but my gosh, I've never seen it. Have you ever seen that?
No. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that makes all the sense in the world, because that's where you need the bend.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But it's a nice little pre-engineered building.
It's a
So I'll
nice
rip
building.
down the whole front insulated panel wall and that side insulated panel wall. I'll reframe it with metal studs and I'll hardy panel it so the back I don't care about.
Right.
Right? I would want it to look nice from where
Right,
it's
no
seen.
rot though.
Right,
Because
no
the
rot.
water's going in that direction.
Yeah. And it's no rot, it's okay.
Yeah.
And I'll put a new roof on it. Yeah, so that's maybe 2 years from now I'll do that.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you have the foresight and you have the building existing already and everything's
yeah.
working.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's square.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all.
All right. The original house.
Original stone 1789 house.
All right. So from this vantage point,
Yeah.
it stopped right there then.
Yeah, right
Right where
where
the
you
stone
see
is.
the white trim,
Yeah.
that gable wall, 1789.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it had
then
that window up there,
that little window, I'm rebuilding it.
but it was,
It was
when
original.
you got here, yeah.
It was original, yeah. Yeah.
And that chimney, I guess that's new brick?
Just 2-foot extension up.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that chimney is all brand new.
Yeah.
But it's built in, it's a Rumford box.
Is that what they call that? A Rumford box?
Yeah, so when you see inside, a Rumford fireplace was designed by Count Rumford, and it throws a lot of heat back out. He designed it in the 1800s, and it's got only a 17-inch, it's very shallow.
Yeah.
So it's meant to throw heat back into the room.
Okay.
And this is all reclaimed brick that I buy from B&B in Newark.
Yep.
Some of it came probably from Wonder Lofts that got rebuilt by Prism in Jersey City
Yeah.
or Hoboken or whatever. You know, all of the revitalization. That's where I get my used brick from, B&B in North.
What cost would it be for the used brick?
Used brick, I pay probably pretty cheap, but I pay 95 cents.
I was say $1.
It's probably $1.10.
Yeah.
If you were to go
Per,
in.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be 550 brick, be $550 about.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It came out really nice though.
Yeah.
And did you put it in a bed of concrete before you put it in?
Yeah, so this is a 4-inch slab with wire.
Yep.
6x6 wire, and then the brick on top of it.
But you set the brick in?
And mortar.
Mortar, and then did you pipe in the mortar after?
Then you join it with a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you tool the joints.
Yep. Because I just had this done in my house.
Yeah. Yeah, and then.
But I didn't do the curve. This curve is
So
really.
this is me being crazy, right?
Yeah.
I take the used brick and I cut them and make thin brick. This is going to be my foyer floor.
For here.
For here.
Okay.
And that way the hardwood floor matches
Goes right up
up
to the right height you want.
Right, exactly.
Is that sign old? Does it have any significance?
No, my wife just saw it at the store and bought it. She wants me to hang it up on the stone wall here. Welcome to our porch. Sit long, talk much, laugh often.
That's really nice. Yeah, so this is the original stone that came from the property.
Yes.
Wow, yeah, you can see them. Wow, they're all over the place, this rock.
Yeah.
And then just from plowing the field, I saw your dry stacked wall out there.
Well, look at the backyard.
Oh yeah, this is nice.
Oh, that's what
I've
came
got
up.
so much stone.
Kenny, this is nice.
I know it is.
Yeah.
What I like is the different colors.
Yeah, I do
Because
too.
it's not uniform. It's not like
I
you have
do.
a yellow limestone
Yeah,
or a
I
white
do.
limestone.
I
This
do
is
too.
like all different pieces. Because I was in one place in Sandwich, England, and the flint stone.
Yeah.
Not the flint stones, right? You know,
Yeah.
just kid around, like,
Yeah.
but it's like an obsidian
Yeah.
type of rock, and
Yeah.
it's glass-like, and they would make like different designs within it. You're like, wow, that looked cool. But again, made it all different types of rock.
Sure.
Brick. You've seen the mix of brick and
Oh,
stone.
sure.
It looks beautiful.
Sure.
All right, so now the timber frame here.
So this timber frame came out of a company in Pennsylvania. I just didn't have the time to do it myself.
Yeah, but they milled it.
But they milled it, they made it to my specifications. And this front porch wasn't on the original house.
Right.
But it's something me and my wife always wanted, and doing kind of a father-in-law addition for my father-in-law on the right-hand side of the house. It gave him his own private front door.
Oh, because you just extended it that direction.
Correct.
Yeah, that's nice.
Correct.
Yeah, but they did a great job.
Oh, they did a nice job.
Again,
I put it together, my wife stained it.
Yeah, you did
you
the
know.
standoff so it doesn't get wet on the
Yeah,
bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
Did they come with those pieces? But you see the architectural pleasing element they
Yeah,
did
so-
there?
so
So they
what-
make it so it's not just square.
Right. So what's neat is Simpson has decorative hardware.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And that came from Simpson, strong tie.
That looks great.
Yeah, and they came out with some really neat hold downs to kind of go with different periods. So it was neat.
Can I just stop you? Now,
Sure.
this header,
Yeah.
is that original?
Original, 1789.
Hey, that's straight. We got metal headers with brick in the city that are bent, rusted, and this is from 1789, still working.
Still working. Yeah, 1789.
I didn't-
Now, the odd part, people don't know, but when an old stone wall is built with lime mortar,
Yeah.
believe it or not, it's pretty darn strong.
Yep.
You could take these 3 pieces out and this wall wouldn't fall.
Well, you have the archy action too.
Yeah,
So
because how everything's interlocked,
Yep.
you don't need to support it.
I've watched a lot of YouTube videos with them rehab. I'm like, oh my God, it's still staying.
So then, here's the line, so this is 1789 this way,
Yep.
1860 this way. How do I know this was 1860? When we demoed the roof up in that corner, and I could send you the picture.
Okay.
I took off the plate that the rafter was on, and it was written 1860 in the lime-based mortar. I
That
tried
is
to,
awesome.
I tried, because we didn't know when this was built.
Right.
The deed goes back to 1789. So we know this was built 1789. We didn't know this section, but now I do.
Again, they're probably Germans, you think? That
Yeah, I
maybe
do.
built this?
I think
Someone who
originally
has
German.
a lot of experience with stone
I think it
walls.
was German
But the
built.
thickness of this wall?
20 inches, 22.
Yeah, 22?
Yeah, 20, 22 varies.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, varies.
This was an incredible find for you, this building.
It's been a labor of love for 12 years.
But I'm saying to have something that, at least this was structurally sound.
Yeah, this was sound. Now the rest
Mostly
of
the roof goes and everything rots.
now the rest of the house, The original 1789 stone farmhouse was structurally unsound. It was basically trees for floor
Is
joists.
this the break point here?
Yeah, that's the break point right
That's
there.
the later edition, the 1800s, and
Yeah.
then this is the break point to the original house here. So
Right.
I'm just trying to get a
Yeah.
sense of feel. Wow.
Yeah. So this is 1789 now. Yeah,
Here, take a look at up here from this angle, looking back up.
yeah.
Is this going to be this the way the stairs are going to be?
Yes,
Right?
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, looks so cool. And then you, oh wow, you go up to a third level.
So you can't just build a 2-bedroom house. I'll show you how I engineered it around that.
All right, we'll get that. I guess we'll keep going
Yeah,
here, but
yeah,
sorry, I had
yeah.
to take a look at that
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it really does
absolutely.
make an impression on you because you got the window to go through to the other side.
So this is the exact location of the original wall separating the kitchen from the foyer. And that's the original back door of the house, and I saved the door.
It was original.
Yeah, it was original. So I have
1700s.
that- Yeah, I have that door in the barn. But, so I put the wall back in the same location, and the only thing we did in here, I wanted to bring it back to 1789, right?
Yeah.
So we were able to chip this, right, as I talked about, because now my envelope is on the new edition, so I can have this, right? That wall I had to bring the modern energy code to get the permit,
Right.
right? I just had to, so it's framed, right? And I spray foamed it to get my thermal envelope.
Is there a reason you went with the wood versus steel?
Metal's just cheaper, more cost efficient.
Okay.
Yeah, for residential framing, we still in America build out of wood.
Yep.
It's just much more cost efficient. So I bought the property and had all 1x paneling on it and a crown molded, and a little bookcase on each side. And I know that wasn't there in 1789. I know it was just stone. So we brought it back to just stone.
Then you put a metal lintel here or something?
I did because the old oak lintel
Yeah.
was almost burnt all the way through.
Ken, if you have the old photos, if you could email it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's an angle iron.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So I got a big angle iron,
Yep.
and then I welded the existing flue all to a continuous weld.
Right. So nothing tries to seep its way
Yeah,
out.
so I'm confident you can burn this fireplace perfectly safe, now that I fixed it.
Same thing, the fire brick like on the other side?
Yeah, I did put modern fire brick.
Okay. And then here, there's going to be what you were talking, the same
Used
brick?
brick. Used brick, yeah. Yeah.
So that was a door or a window?
So that was a window, but I kept the lintel in there because
I like the look of it.
I wanted to tell the story. That was a
Like that.
window.
I do like that.
Yeah, that was a window, and the lintel kind of tells the story of it.
Yeah. I mean, we call it ghosting, right? You got ghost buildings, ghost windows,
Yeah. So the trim in here, again, I'm trying to portray the house as a humble farmer carpenter's house.
Yeah.
There's going to be no ornate crowns in here, all square trim, very
Okay, yeah.
simple.
That'll be the theme,
Very simple, yeah.
which is what it was built as.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I like this long stone right there.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty one. And that's where the doorway used to be.
That's great. Yeah, so you and Marco,
Marcos, yeah.
this is the 80-year-old mason.
Yes, from Argentina.
All right. I don't want to hear the younger kids say they can't do things, all right?
Yeah. It's all in the mind.
Sorry, guys, but you got to start working.
It's all in the mind. So don't walk here, but I'll show you.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued in how you got across with the energy code standard.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I was racking my brain. Like,
So I took everything and basically designed it around trying to get as much attributes in heated space. Right. So I took it from a design perspective of how much can I design this to, number one, not be a hodgepodge of additions. Right.
Yeah.
I want it to look architecturally correct, not like it did. Right. But add on, like you see a lot of old farmhouses. Right. So that was my first thing. And then the second thing was I had to design a space for Chris's dad. I said, well, right away, I'm going to put that on the right-hand side. I'll incorporate all of his living space into the stone. So now it's heated stone on the exterior wall of the original house. And the same thing with the back of the house, right? So now I only got the front of the house to contend with, and I sold them on letting me have the dining room.
Yeah, that came out really
And
nice.
I don't, but
You watch movies?
I watch movies,
All right, good.
but I envision myself behind that little concession stand that I'm going to build. And the grandkids coming on Sunday for Sunday dinner, right? We host Sunday dinners, saying, okay, guys, give me your ticket. What do you
I
want?
like that. That's
and
cool.
I'm gonna make them pay me for the milk duds. I gotta instill them work
Ask your dad
ethic.
for money.
Work ethic.
Okay, everyone. Well, I hope you liked this video. We will be visiting Ken this spring when he does complete the project, and we'll have a follow-up video on that as well. Another important point is to make sure you hit like and subscribe. I want to bring you more of this content, but you got to hit like and subscribe because I'm looking to increase our subscriber base. I've had some viewers tell me that they're not seeing the videos, they're not being notified when videos come out. When you do hit like and subscribe, you also have to hit that little bell notification. Then you will be notified. So, can't wait to see you next week with some more wood, stone, and steel stuff. Talk to you soon.